Hey Mojoholics, welcome back to What's Your Mojo, the weekly show where we fill you in on what you might have missed last week, give you a sneak peek on what's coming up next week, ask your feedback, and answer viewer FAQs. We've got such sights to show you. In case you missed it, this week we ran tons of Halloween content to get you guys good and freaked out for the big day today. So if you want to laugh instead of getting scared at some, trying to be scary but it's actually just funny for the most part stuff, we've got top 10 worst horror movie remakes and top 10 actors who appeared in horror movies before they were famous. And if you want to see some actually good stuff, we've got top 10 best horror TV shows, top 10 best horror movie remakes, top 10 opening scenes in horror movies, and top 10 iconic horror movie weapons. If you've got a Halloween party to go to, you should probably watch top 10 Halloween songs. And if you don't, you can try top 10 spooky levels in video games. And finally, to scare the bejesus out of yourself, we've got top 10 scariest horror movies and, drumroll please, top 10 scariest clowns in movies and TV. And we've also got tons of older Halloween-related videos, so while you're waiting for the trick-or-treaters tonight, you've got something to do. Well, I don't know about you, but where we are, this weekend we have to turn the clocks back for daylight savings time. And it also means it's gonna be darkish for the next, 6 months. But it also means we get an extra hour this weekend, and instead of sleeping, I suggest you fill it with a Mojothon. To start, on Saturday, we've got top 10 business logos. You guys actually seem to love our business stuff, and learning where some famous logos originated is pretty interesting, believe it or not. For you music history buffs, we've got top 10 unbelievable facts in music history on Saturday. What was Elvis's natural hair color? How much money does the song Happy Birthday rake in every year? Which rock band's drummer only has one arm? Find out all this and more on top 10 unbelievable facts in music history. And finally on Sunday, we've got top 10 dangerous cities in the United States. These are those cities that, based on crime rates mainly, are considered a bit more risky than most. Not to say you shouldn't visit some of them though, but anyway, check it out if you feel like living on the edge. I thought I'd take this opportunity to disappear into the wall. But are you guys ready for some trivia? Let's do it. What movie role did O.J. Simpson not get because producers thought he was not murderous enough? The Terminator, RoboCop, Rambo, or Lando Calrissian? You are correct if you said The Terminator. If you want to test your knowledge on that or anything else, head over to WatchMojo.com/trivia. Anyway, I'm talking to you about O.J. Simpson because November 2nd, 1994 is the day the jury was sworn in on the O.J. Simpson murder trial. Anyway, if you want to learn more about O.J. Simpson and his life choices, check these videos out. Top 10 American trials that gripped the nation, top 10 falls from grace in sports, top 10 alternate casting choices in film, top 10 controversial athletes, and another top 10 craziest events caught on camera. Also, don't forget to make your way over to WatchMojo.com/calendar to see thousands of our older, equally timely videos. And while you're there, make sure to vote on the topics that matter most to you so we can tailor our future videos to your tastes. Before we ask you guys your opinions on a few of our lists, we thought we'd let you see where your hard work gets you. Our series of the top 10 video game levels starts tomorrow, and we've got top 10 snow levels, followed by water levels, desert levels, sky levels, forest and jungle levels, boat levels, fire and lava levels, and finally top 10 video game final stages next Saturday, November 8th. Thanks again for your help in choosing those lists. But we have even more lists in need of your input this week. To start, top 10 Roger Corman movies. So here's a curveball. We saw that the history of Roger Corman has 90 upvotes, so we thought we'd do a top 10, but the top 10 Roger Corman movies only has 2 upvotes. So we're on the fence. Should we do a top 10 Roger Corman movies? Let us know. We've also got top 10 best makeup effects in movies based on comic books, which sounds pretty sweet. Is it the Penguin? Is it Hellboy? Is it the X-Men? You decide. Also, how about top 10 sexiest voices in Hollywood? Have you heard Tom Hiddleston read poetry? He gets my vote. Who gets yours? And finally, top 10 chip flavors, as if top 10 sandwiches didn't make me hungry enough. As you may know, WatchMojo is based in Canada, and in Canada we have some chip flavors that you may not have in your neck of the woods, such as all dressed and ketchup. And I feel truly sorry for you if you've never tried either. But vote for your fave. And as always, be sure to head over to WatchMojo.com/suggest to let us know what you think. And while you're there, make sure to exercise your right to vote on any other lists you might have an opinion on. Hey all, happy Halloween. As you can see, Dan and I are dressed to the nines in our costumes. But Mr. Genius here brought the only green costume I can think of, and so we can't show you our new green screen or he'll disappear.
Could have been worse. I could have been the Hulk or a Ninja Turtle or something.
Okay, fair enough. But are you dressed as Luigi because people make fun of the way you pronounce Mario?
I believe it's pronounced Luigi. And yes, people do make fun of the way I say Mario. So, yours.
Anyway, we wanted to thank you guys for your great contributions on Twitter and Instagram to our pumpkin carving contest.
Yeah, we had some really cool submissions, so here are a few of our faves.
For all your effort and hard work, you guys are going to be getting some of our new t-shirts. So be sure to email us at contest@WatchMojo.com and include your shipping information, name, YouTube screen name, and of course the size that you like.
We also had another contest last week where we were giving away a copy of Neighbors starring Seth Rogen and Zac Efron.
We asked y'all to tell us your worst story involving your neighbors. And our winner is one Leo Cortez, who says, "Our neighbors stole our trash can once." It's a long story. Short, sweet, and it leaves you wanting more. Leo, you can email us also at contest@WatchMojo.com to claim your prize.
And like we said last week, please don't try to enter the contest using that email. That won't work.
Okay, just a bit more business to get to before we get to the fun stuff. Last week, we asked you guys for your opinion on the name of our upcoming news series.
There were some good contenders, but ultimately we decided to go with good old-fashioned Watch Mojo News.
Know Your Mojo was actually the most highly voted suggestion given to us by N7276.
So if you'd like to find out why we opted to not use that name, be sure to check out the WatchMojo FAQ with Rebecca and Ash, which I believe is actually already online.
But N7276, I have a mental block about this, for your trouble, you will be getting a t-shirt as well. So be sure to email us at contest@WatchMojo.com with your coordinates. All right, on to the questions.
But wait!
No, not on to the questions?
It would not be Halloween without a candy giveaway, am I right? I'm right.
We have 4 Star Wars candy prize packs to give away, courtesy of alwaysfits.com. Each of the prize packs has 3 Star Wars candy thingies in it. Stormtrooper Citrus Sours, R2-D2 Rebel Raspberry Sours, and Darth Vader Imperial Cherry Sours.
They do look pretty cool. If you want to win one of these, please send us a picture of your Halloween costume, either on Instagram or on Twitter.
We are at WatchMojo on both, by the way.
All right, now that's out of the way, we can get to some questions. Daylon Bonner says, "Hey, Dan and Rebecca, you guys are awesome. What movie are you looking forward to next year? Please answer this in your next show. P.S. I'm a Mojoholic."
The first step is admitting you have a problem. Anyway, okay, I will say this. The thing I'm looking forward to the most in 2015 in terms of movies is The Future, which is October 21st, 2015, from Back to the Future. But anyway, Jurassic Park. Obviously.
Ooh, Jurassic Park. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
But
Chris Pratt on a motorcycle. Like, have you seen that picture?
I'm into dinosaurs.
And dinosaurs.
Right. I'm gonna have to go with Ultron.
Okay.
The new Avengers movie.
Let's go with that. I've got one from Yorick Returns. Oh my God, Rebecca, what's your favorite Stephen King book? I love Needful Things. So this is in reference to last week I said that I read a lot of Stephen King. So I've been liking a lot of his new stuff. So I really liked Mr. Mercedes actually. What else? I really want to read The Green Mile because it's different. I want to read Shawshank, but I haven't yet. The Shining, I've read a bunch of times. Are you wiggling your mustache? What about you? Whoa, we had an office like a book club where we all read the Dark Tower series, which took a while.
Yeah.
But somebody didn't finish it.
Yeah, I got to halfway through the 7th book. And then just anyway, I really liked of that whole series. My favorite was probably Wizard and Glass, which is the 4th one.
Is that the one with the love story?
Yes, it's
that was my favorite too.
Story. It's and it's like it's like a prequel. Anyway, that was one of my favorites.
I love that. Cool.
All right, awesome. Let's finish up by reading some comments of the week. Cameron Erickson commented on the show last week. Nope. You showed a clown, I am out. Well, we already showed a clown this week, so I guess he's not watching this.
I've got one here from Aiello Johalo, who asks, question, are you two even human? I think not, because you guys are way too cool to be human. Well, yeah, did you see my slick hat catch last week? I am totes a robot, you guys. That's the first time I've ever said totes.
Finally, I got one here from SuperBeast600. Okay, so I started watching videos from this channel, and now I can't stop. Send help! To which our very own KG responded, yep, it's kind of like Hotel California. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. Anyway, guys, thanks as always for the questions and comments. If you'd like more FAQs, be sure to check out the WMFAQ show with Rebecca and Ash, which went online yesterday.
Yes, and of course, if you want your questions answered, leave them here in the comments, catch us on Twitter or Facebook, or email us at watch@WatchMojo.com. Don't forget the hashtag WMFAQ, and if you want a nifty t-shirt, which neither of us are wearing, head over to WatchMojo.com/store. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and tune in again next time for another edition of What's Your Mojo? They're here.